USA vs. New Zealand live updates, highlights from friendly. USA vs. New Zealand score, result, USMNT suffered disappointing draw before turning to Pochettino. Kickoff, they're underway in Cincinnati. The players now know who they're hoping to impress and will look to put in a good shift after the putrid performance against Canada a few days prior. Chris Richards wears the armband in the absence of Christian Pulisic, becoming the first Alabama native to captain the USMNT in the team's history. Second minute, New Zealand are the first side to get a shot off as a long-distance effort by Matthew Garbutt goes a little too close for comfort but flashes high and wide. Already, just like against Canada, the USMNT has committed a collection of bad early giveaways. 10th minute, New Zealand have another dangerous moment as Elliott just nearly works space for a shot on target from a tight angle on the right. But Christopher Lund gets a last-second block to keep it from testing Matt Turner in goal. The US has not dominated this match like they would have hoped to through the first 10 minutes. 14th minute, the USMNT has struggled to progress the ball into New Zealand's attacking third thus far. The visitors have done well to pressure the US midfielders and either force a turnover or push them into passing it backwards. 19th minute, chance. USA. Ricardo Pepi takes the first real chance on goal generated by the USMNT and turns it into the opener. A messy breakaway sees Pepi get on the ball inside the penalty area. But he has a lot of work to do from an extremely tight angle on the right. He does the job regardless, slamming the ball past the goalkeeper and into the back of the net. New Zealand players are furious with the official for allowing Pepi and Marlon Fossey to sandwich defender Liberato Kakes, but there's nothing they can do. But no. The referee goes over to discuss it with his assistant, and the goal is disallowed. It appears they have indeed called off the goal for a foul on that coming together. There may have also been an offside earlier in the build-up. But it's extremely tight. There's no VAR for this friendly, so the new decision stands. 27th min, Haji Wright lets a shot fly that goes over the crossbar from about 23 yards out. The US hasn't exactly been electric, but they've looked more energetic and purposeful since the disallowed goal. 35th min, chance, USA. Marlon Fossey creates a great opportunity as he bombs down the right flank, feeding an unmarked Ricardo Pepi just atop the corner of the 6-yard box. Pepi has a great chance to score, but puts it wide. It sure looked like Yunus Musa could have reached his chipped effort at the far post for a tap-in, but appeared to slow thinking that would find the back of the net. 40th minute, New Zealand have their first shot on target off a bad Yunus Musa giveaway, but Liberato Kakes puts it too close to Matt Turner from a position inside the penalty area shaded to the left. 45 plus 1 minute, chance, USA. A blistering low strike from Yunus Musa from miles outside the penalty area forces Max Crockham into an awkward save. Folarin Balogun comes charging in looking for a follow-up from close range, but is bundled over by a defender on his way through. Balogun has his hands in the air looking for a penalty, but none is given. He has an argument, as Finn Sermon was all over his back to the point where he very nearly ended up piggyback riding the U.S. striker. Halftime, USA 0-0 New Zealand. The US had some bright moments in that first half and was clearly the better side, but it remains scoreless. In truth, it was a poor 45 minutes overall, as they failed to create more than a couple of big chances on goal. Even so, they've been quite unlucky as well. Ricardo Pepi appeared to have the opening goal, but it was harshly disallowed for a dicey foul after initially being given. Then, at the end of the half, Folarin Balogun sure looked to have won a penalty, but no call was made. Still, there were long stretches of pointless, static passing that wasted time against an inferior opponent. The US looks a little more purposeful than against Canada, but still questions have to be asked about the motivation and intensity. Second half kickoff, the second half is underway. And Yunus Musa has been given the hook by Mikey Varas. It's deserved, as the AC Milan man was exceedingly poor in the first 45 minutes, with static passing and poor intensity. Through 45 minutes, he won just one of his 7 ground duels. Luca de la Torre comes on to replace him. 48th min, Marlon Fossey creates a pair of really good chances for the U.S., with his bright movement down the right side. He's been very good in this match, and you wonder if the 25-year-old has earned himself some future looks with his performance so far tonight. 51st min, a clear yellow card is issued to New Zealand midfielder Marcos Domenic, who very intentionally yanks back Aidan Morris. He's the second New Zealand player to be booked after Alex Rufer saw yellow in the first half. 52nd min, OUCH. Play is stopped after Alex Rufer is down on the turf in a heap. He collided hard with Christopher Lund and took the brunt of the blow. He'll receive treatment. And good on the referee for stopping the match immediately. 54th min, now another yellow card to New Zealand as Matthew Garbutt goes into the referee's notebook. The cautions are starting to pile up for the visitors as they begin to show signs of tiring. 56th min, chance, New Zealand. Aidan Morris fails to collect a pass under pressure at the top of the penalty area, and it springs a vicious New Zealand counter-attack. Marcos Domenic runs the break. And his vertical ball unlocks the US back line to feed Alex Rufer through on goal, but Matt Turner makes a great save. In the aftermath, Haji Wright is brought off to see Christian Pulisic into the match. 61st min, Folarin Balogun is nearly the recipient of a gift from the New Zealand back line, but his powerful effort is saved by Crockham. It was going to be exceedingly difficult to score from there. On such a tight angle, almost standing on the end line. 64th min, chance, USA. A huge save from Max Crockham. Folarin Balogun brilliantly plays in Brendan Aronson behind the New Zealand back line. But he's denied. For Aronson, that has to go in the back of the net, and is left with not choice but tip his cap to the goalkeeper. It's the last action of the match for Aronson, who will come off shortly after alongside Christopher Lund, replaced by Malik Tillman and Caleb Wiley. New Zealand also makes a pair of changes, with Ben Old and Bill Tuiloma entering the pitch. One of those changes was forced as Tim Payne limps off injured. 69th min, goal. USA. Christian Pulisic enters as a substitute and scores, just as he did last time he entered off the bench in this venue. Things begin down the right for the U.S., but as they switch sides laterally through Folarin Balogun's hold-up play, Pulisic is all alone and cuts the ball across the face of goal and into the far corner. This team, quite simply, is nothing without its main man CP10. 70th minute, chance, USA. The Americans are feeling it now as New Zealand look exhausted. Folarin Balogun gets on the ball from a central area and loses an effort. But it's caught by a diving stop from Max Crockham, who's been great tonight. It felt like Balogun needed forever to get the ball unstuck from his feet, which gave the goalkeeper time to read the chance well. 74th min, 2 more changes for the visitors who desperately need fresh legs. Chris Wood is brought off ahead of his return to Nottingham Forest, replaced by Ben Waine. Meanwhile, Michael Boxall replaces Finn Sermon, who looked to have taken a knock. 76th min, there's a bit of a scuffle as Christian Pulisic is fouled and the US players are right there to protect their goal-scoring star. It's broken up before anything notable takes place. Shortly after, Folarin Balogun has another chance right on the doorstep, but he's denied by an awkward scrum in front of the goal mouth as Max Crockham gets down to deny the sliding opportunity. 83rd min, a New Zealand move nearly sees a sliding chance in front of goal for Ben Old, but he can't quite reach the cross from the right. In the aftermath, both sides make late changes. Alex Rufer comes off, to be replaced by Matthew Barbaras, while Cade Cowell and Johnny Cardoso replace Ricardo Pepi and Aidan Morris. 89th min, goal. New Zealand. The US have blown it as New Zealand score an utterly laughable goal. It's a total fluke. And Matt Turner can only laugh as the hosts are pegged back. A ball over the top falls into the path of Logan Rogerson, but it's cleared by Mark McKenzie. But no, the clearance slams into Ben Waine. And it fortuitously loops over Matt Turner into the back of the net. Waine knew absolutely nothing about that, but he'll take it regardless. The hosts now have 8 minutes of added time to find a winner. 90 plus 3 minute. Play is stopped as Johnny Cardoso receives treatment after a hard challenge in midfield. They'll play more than the initially determined 8 minutes of stoppage time to account for the incident. Full-time, USA 1-1 New Zealand. A much stronger performance than the defeat to Canada, but the US ultimately finishes with a disappointing draw against the 91st ranked team in the world. Conceding a fluky late goal isn't in any way concerning, but rather the issue is that they only scored one of their own, leaving open the possibility for something silly to happen down the stretch. There were some strong performances to take from the match, however, most notably from Marlon Fossey, who was exceptional throughout the 90 minutes getting forward in the attack. Ricardo Pepi and Folarin Balogun were bright in the attack, but will be disappointed not to have scored to help secure a victory instead. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.